it's Sam from Ashdown Jones on this pretty murky Friday afternoon, and I'm with
Hannah from Ashdown Jones.
And just tell us what it is that you do here at Ashdown Jones.
I'm the client executive, so I take everything over from Sam and Phil once they go out and get a property. I do all the photography.
You literally do the photography.
No, we have someone that does
she
that.
manages the photographer.
The photo shoots.
Yeah.
Deal with the viewings, everything up to getting an exchange of contracts, offers.
She's got like the most important job here, really.
Yeah, making sure the clients are always happy.
And she's got a new assistant now as well. Tess, want to say a quick hello, Tess? Come on, just say a quick hello. She's just been on a very long viewing, she's freezing cold, so just wave.
Hi.
There you go. Okay, now we've just been having a chat in the office because we've just gone live with the property, Lane Cottage. You might have seen it on Rightmove. We don't put them on the Facebook page, but if you have a look on Rightmove or on our website, you'll be able to see it. It's the most beautiful property, isn't it? Just tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so the owners, one's a graphic designer and her husband's an architect, and it's just amazing. It's Scandinavian style throughout the house. Really modern, bright, fresh. Every detail and feature in the house is just stunning.
You had a really easy job really with photography, didn't you?
Yeah, we didn't really take many props at all. It was all done for us.
It is really special.
And it's been popular already, actually.
And that's why we're having this conversation at all about actually the Rightmove statistics and why they're important to you, because a lot of agents do share their statistics, but they don't necessarily explain what they mean. So we thought it'd be useful for you if we just explained what those early statistics mean to you, and what happens when we get, you know, the lower figures or the lower interest than we were expecting. So first of all, we'll just say to you that the reason that you need these good initial clicks is because you want to get the best price for your house. So when you go on the market, you go on at what could be a slightly optimistic price, and you'd be hoping for some good sort of market feedback on that price. But in order to get that price, what has to happen just before that?
Before the price?
Yes, before you get the really good price, before you get the offers, what has to happen first?
So you need fantastic images, which we really take pride in and spend a lot of time doing. We also come up with a plan that's 21 days to market, so we'll sit with the client and our suppliers and go through what we need to do in each step of the way till we get on the market. And that's drone shots, internals, externals, brochure, copyright, all the text, everything, all those little details.
And beautiful designs as well.
And then I'll work really closely with the client and suppliers and change anything that they're not happy with, and it's really personal, and we go around the house and we have a look to see if there's certain brands they like, and we try and incorporate that into the brochures, and if they're not happy with anything, then we make it really personal. Then we don't just send them the final piece and say there you go. They're really involved through every step.
And particularly actually like the architect and graphic designer wife, if you're watching, hello. They were very involved because of their very visual professions, and therefore they were always going to have a really big input in the brochure. Some people don't have any input at all, and they're very happy with whatever we choose.
They trust us, They actually designed their own logo as well.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So they had a visual branding for their house for Lane Cottage, so you do have to have a look at that one. So in order to get the best price, obviously we have to get some good offers. In order to get the offers, we have to get the really good, quick, plentiful, good quality viewings. That's really important. So in other words, when you go on the market, if you don't get a single viewing for 6 months, it's very unlikely you're going to get your asking price if you think about it. But if you get some good, quick, plentiful viewings, then it's much more likely you get an offer at the price that you want. And then in order to get the viewings, what has to happen just before that?
The brochure.
The clicks.
Well, yeah,
that's what she meant to say. So you have to get the clicks on Rightmove. We've just practiced this, by the way. We have to get, it's Friday afternoon, we've just had a hard week. In order to get the viewings, you have to have the clicks on Rightmove, which is what precipitated this Facebook Live in the first place. So the clicks on Rightmove are literally when it gets found in the search on Rightmove, so people put in, you know, 1 million to 1.5 or 500 to 1 million, and then they find a lot of properties, and then the property's got to catch their eye enough so they go click, oh, I'll have a look at that one, and that takes you on to what's called a detailed view page, and then that needs to lead you on to the brochure, the images, and then the viewing. So you can see it's all in a kind of line. It's about the buyer taking the journey with you. in order to get the clicks, we have to have, obviously, amazing images. So we look very closely at the right image, don't we, to make sure that it's being shown on Rightmove. Just tell us a little bit about how you choose the right image for Rightmove.
Well, again, it's seeing what the client's like and which one they do, but we try and get a twilight shot or something really bright, nothing dull, or a really nice feature shot that brings somebody in, they're like, I want to see more of that. We do spend a lot on time. It's not just the brochure, we spend our time and effort in making it right. The Rightmove is what people are normally on now, straight away, aren't they, the internet.
Would you say that 93% of all properties in the whole of the UK are on Rightmove? It's our number one property portal by a mile.
And especially this area, isn't it?
How many think are in this area on Rightmove, percentage-wise? That I just told you a minute ago. 99%, she was about to say. About 99%. So literally there'll be 1 in 100 properties that are not on Rightmove in our area, in the South Lakes and in Cumbria in general. So it's exceptionally important. We don't really use things like Zoopla and on the market and prime location.
We don't have a shop front, so we really need to make that the best first point of contact.
Yeah, it becomes exceptionally important, doesn't it? And it's the first place people are going to see it. So something I would ask you to do, if you've got a chance, is to go on to Rightmove and rather than look at the properties, go on to find an agent and go on to Windermere and Ashdown Jones and have a look at all our properties to see what we do with our what we call a leading image, the main image that we've used on Rightmove, and how that stands out. And then go back and just do a regular search and just see how ours stand out in the newsfeed. Because what happens on that is, we've just got some stats actually, we've had to blank some off, I'm going to show you a bit closer in just a second, because we're not allowed to show you which agents have got which stats, but we can tell you what ours are and where ours sits, and as you can see I've had to cut it out of this. So we were, sorry, go on.
I was just checking you left our name at the top.
I left our name at the top, don't worry, we've got Ashdown Jones on there, and so what we're looking at here is, in fact I haven't got my glasses on so you can have to read some of this out, but we're looking at properties between about 500,000 and over, and in our area, and we're looking at the clicks that every property, or the views every property gets per day on average for each estate agent in the area. So there are 5 agents in our area that have properties at the same kind of level as ours, who shall be nameless. But the one at the bottom, how many property views is that per day?
45.6.
So that's that's average views per property per day. And that goes all the way up to, goes 51,
85, 91, and then we're at the top at 188.1.
which is fantastic. And actually, when Lane Cottage came to market yesterday, which was about what time did you put it live?
Probably about 4:30, so less than 24 hours.
Well, actually, you checked this morning, didn't you? So what had it had this morning? Because we haven't checked this afternoon. What did it have this morning?
1,170, which is amazing.
That's 10 times the average, and that's our average. So I'm going to show you a bit closer. Beck, you have to tell me if you can actually see on this. So this is from Rightmove. As I say, we're not allowed to show you the other properties, the other estate agents in our area, but we can just show you where we sit on there. Can you see that? Yeah. So I'll look back a little bit there. So you can see how many property views on average each agent gets in our area for this kind of level of property, and how many we get. And then that is really important, because once you get those kind of stats, you've got the best possible chance then of getting a click, you've got the best possible chance of getting the viewing, then the best possible chance of getting the offer, and then the best possible chance of getting the price that you want. And the thing is, if you only have, say, 1 or 2 viewings every 6 months, or even, under reviewing every couple of months, what happens is that the lack of interest makes other buyers a bit unsure about the property, and it reduces confidence in the property. Whereas if you have lots of buyers straight away wanting to view a property over the first few days, you get that almost like competitive edge, don't you?
Yeah, you do. And our clients love seeing these click-through rates, because some people might not even know this is a thing, and that's what we do to research, see where we are. And someone like every day, has it changed, has it changed? So we just send them a daily report. Sometimes it doesn't change within the day, but especially for a new property, you'll see a difference quite dramatically, won't you? Yeah.
And we sometimes get stats from where maybe if they're on with a different estate agent, we get the stats first, so we can see what the benchmark is and what we have to beat, actually. Now, obviously, not every single property sells straight away. We'd love to say it does, but it doesn't. Lots of our lovely properties do sell straight away.
Yeah, a good week though.
We have had a very good week. We took 3 properties under offer this week, so at pretty much asking prices. So well done, Hannah. She's doing a fantastic job. And some of them, in fact, we've just completed or exchanged on a property that had been on the market for, I think, 4 or 5 years before we came to it. So that was a bit of a result as well. But plan B. Now, plan B, most agents would say, if it doesn't sell in the first, say, month, 2 months, then plan B is to put the price down. But actually, we usually have a different plan B. That would be our plan D, E or F. We'd much rather try other things really for our plan B to get more interest in the property. So what kind of things do we do, Hannah, at that point?
We just focus on marketing, especially on Rightmove, because that's what draws people in. It's our lead, isn't it? So we'll look at moving the photos around. If we maybe did a photo shoot in the winter, then we'll go and retake some photo shoots in the summer, and we'll move the photos around on Rightmove. It doesn't boost it back up as a new property, but it will boost the click-through rates because it's refreshed. Also change the text, because if it's, like I said, if it was a photo shoot in the winter, it might be a cosy text saying like snuggle up on the couch with a hot chocolate, and then when summertime comes, we'll change the text, and that also helps. So we really just focus on marketing, and that's our job. We don't want to go and drop their price on their home that they love. So.
No, and we've got lots of discretionary sales, so people don't have to necessarily move, so they may as well hold out for the best price. When we changed one recently, Phil changed it from being a house with an annex to having development potential, which was still true, just a different way of describing it, and got a slew of, another load of clicks straight away, and those clicks, will almost always translate to additional viewings. So, as Hannah says, we can get new photographs, change the photographs around. We might even get a new for sale board so it looks nice and fresh to people that are driving past. We'll get a new brochure done perhaps. So lots and lots of things that we do. So, plan B might be just to change the photographs around and say something different about the property. Plan C might be to get another brochure done, and so on, until we've exhausted all the marketing possibilities. And at that point, if the client really does want to take the next step and maybe they've found something else they like, or they're coming up to a deadline of some kind, then that's when we'll consider a price drop. But given that price drops really need to be 10% or more to get any additional interest on Rightmove, that's a very big decision for most people to make. On £1 million, you're talking about bringing it down to 900,000, and that's a huge drop for a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So where at all possible, we avoid that because you guys are our clients and we want to make sure we do the best for you. So we'll always focus on the marketing first, because marketing equals good statistics, and good statistics equals good marketing, and it goes round and round like that. So we want to make sure that we're giving everybody the best possible marketing to get the best possible clicks, and then the best possible information and intel so that you can make your own decisions. And that's it really, isn't it? So we were just explaining about Rightmove statistics and why they matter to you. We were telling you that the lovely Lane Cottage got 1,170.
Our highest one.
Our highest one ever on the first few hours of launch, which is fantastic. We've already got viewings booked in, haven't we?
Yeah.
Brand new property to market. If you haven't checked it out, please do. It's over in Ayside, A-Y-S-I-D-E, and it's at what price?
575.
That's a bargain. I totally want this house. I actually said that to them as we were wandering around. It's so beautiful.
It is.
And the views across the fields are just gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah.
And it's walking distance to Cartmel, so if you're into
I can't believe it's walking distance. You must have to go across the fields then, do you?
Yeah, it is 4 miles, so it's quite a long walk, but you can walk.
Yeah, walking distance to Cartmel definitely then, and staggering distance back again. So do check it out. And if you're unsure about your Rightmove statistics and you'd like an expert to have a look at it completely confidentially, obviously we would never tell your agent or anybody at all, then feel free to just message us on the page or send us an email to Hannah at ashdownjones.co.uk. That's H-A-N-N-A-H, isn't it? And then we'll get back to you with what we think of your statistics and whether we think we can show you how you could improve those statistics. Even if you stay with your current agent, that's absolutely fine. So we'll say goodbye for now on this Friday afternoon. It is just coming up to 4 o'clock. I'll be leaving early. I'm going to an event tonight, and we've all got lots of things to do this weekend. So have a lovely, busy family weekend. Well, we're going to sell some houses, and we'll catch up with you next week. Bye for now.
Bye.